Gonna share with you guys a hug that I manifested the other day. Now, right off the get-go, this might not seem like a big deal to some, but after you hear my experience, you might change your mind on that. 2 days ago, I decided I was gonna go do some work in Vancouver. It's about an hour away, so I was like, I'm gonna grab a coffee, chill on the beach for a little bit, right? And so I'm in the coffee shop and there's a big lineup, and so I'm always, connecting with my guides and angels and talking to them and stuff. And so as I'm in line, I really got to start being careful what I think about, because I never know what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. But I'm standing in line in this coffee shop, right? And I'm activating some diamond grids going on. And I was just asking Archangel Metatron to help with this diamond energy going through my body. And after a little bit of time went by, I was like, you know what, Metatron, I'm like, because I've had experiences with him in the past where I asked if I could feel him, and I've actually had like someone grab my arm to the point where I almost jumped out of my chair expecting my dad to be right there. But it was after talking to Archangel Metatron I experienced that. So I'm in this coffee shop and I'm like, Archangel Metatron, if you're helping me out with this diamond grid and you can hear me right now, I'm like, I'd like to give me an angelic hug or something. And as soon as I said that, for some reason, I was like, you know what? I'm like, actually, I want a physical manifestation to occur to prove to me that you're hearing me. I said, Archangel Metatron, if you can hear me, I want to manifest a hug in the physical. Now, for some people, you probably get hugged every day. For me, I was like, besides family, like if it wasn't for family members, I think it was like a month or so before I had a hug, right? And so I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, this is virtually impossible. I'm an hour away from my home. I just plan on working. I don't plan on seeing any of my family members today. I'm like, this is almost not gonna happen unless some random person comes up to me and hugs me, right? So I get my coffee, I go hang out on the beach. It's not exactly summertime, so it's a little cold, but it was a nice day out. So I was chilling, doing my thing for a bit, and then my plan was to go to a restaurant and do some work in Vancouver. That was my whole purpose for going there. And right after I was done chilling on the beach, I'm like, I'm going back home to Langley. I'm gonna go to a restaurant in Langley. This was kind of weird because I was like, I just drove an hour and spent 45 minutes on the beach, and now I was gonna drive an hour back home. But something just told me, let's just go back home and do some work in our, favorite watering hole. And so I go there and I'm standing outside, just doing my thing before I go in. And this guy comes out of nowhere that I've known my whole life. He's like, hey man, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, I'm just, going to go do some work. And, he was covered in green and all that stuff for St. Patrick's Day. I was like, I didn't even know it was St. Patrick's Day. And then I was like, hey, isn't it your birthday today? And he's like, yeah. And the next thing I know, I'm getting a big hug, right? So for me, that was kind of crazy, because it had been a while since someone other than my family gave me a hug. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Talk to your angels and guides because they can hear you. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Take care.